You hear me?
For better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For light today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obedient and useful, obedient and useful, oh yeah, obi Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production. And that you are not running for president. You are running for president through us.
Now, whatever you say about the Labour Party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, one thing you can't deny or take away from him is the powerful passion and compelling zeal of his supporters. Such is their intensity and dedication that they seem to trump any of the inequities of the Peter Obi movement and whatever advantages the other three front-runner parties might have. When asked about this, his supporters say that in the same way that George Floyd became a symbol of the Black Lives Matter movement and Mahsa Amini has become a symbol of the fight against the oppression of women in Iran, so has Peter Obi become an ideological symbol of the fight for justice and equity in Nigeria, a fight that's being led by the youth who want to see a new generation of honest, committed leaders.
Who can you trust to fight for you? Vote Peter Obi for president. Vote the Labour Party.
People to know is that all these things I've done it at a particular level, and the result were clear. I'm only asking for the opportunity to do it for the country. So 2023 election will not be about tribe? No. Don't vote for me because I'm from Southeast, I'm an Igbo man. It will not be about religion. The 2023 election should not be about my turn. It's nobody's turn. The country cannot continue to go the way it's going today. We must stop it. It is you that will stop it. The reason why we have all these problems is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. And this is the time to stop it. 2023 is the last time Nigerian diaspora will not vote. You cannot exclude your best brain from voting. It's impossible. If Angola can do it, Ghana can do it, South Africa can do it, Kenya can do it, Nigeria must do it. It's structure of criminality, structure of corruption, structure that have kept Nigeria where it is today. That is the structure I want to dismantle. Character we can trust, competence, capacity, commitment to do the right thing. Thank you and God bless you.
Niger.
All right, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. We are back here again today. How you guys doing today? I guess everyone can hear me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all once again. Happy Sunday to you all. Today is 8th January 2023. We are here again to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Yes, we are still on the battle, although we are getting close. Let's talk about more things. There are more revelations that we are going to be revealing to you today. I appreciate every one of you. I have my co-panelists. My co-moderator, that are going to be joining me today to do this, which is Leftist Etoya. Leftist, how are you doing today, my brother? Good evening to you.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's another beautiful day.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have come here again to yarn, to talk about things that is very, very important about our lives, our future, and the lives of our children's future. And it is very, very important. It's said that now. Today makes tomorrow. So if we don't do anything today, we don't expect to get results tomorrow. So let's start the fight. It is true. We must correct all this evil. We must do something. We can't just be watching people using us, looting us, while we are dying of hunger, starvation, and all that. People, I think it's time we really act. It's time we, our mumusopos don't do. You don't ripe. We not agree take again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yes, like the area father normally say, Momo don't do. Yes, this is it. To be honest, I believe many of you are going to be shocked today on more revelation between Oshiomhole and Tinubu. I believe after today's broadcast, you will get to understand why these people are forcing Tinubu on Nigerians. Yes, it's very sad. We have to stand firm to reject these people, to stand against them, to continue to say no to APC and PDP. Please help us to share this broadcast. You know, we talk about this every blessed day we are here. We have to talk about the sharing and liking. Help us to share and like. We're going to start all over again now. Let's do the sharing. Let's do the liking before we start. But meanwhile, as you are sharing and liking, let me quickly acknowledge the people on the comment section so we can just move on straight away. Okay? On the comment section, we already have Joshua Aya with us. Good evening to you, Joshua. Thanks for joining us. Agbovo Konga, good evening to you. Rita Obey, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Shola David, can see you right there. Good evening to you. Mother of all, Mommy the Aspera, good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks very much for joining us. I can see Clarence Bell. Thank you very much for joining us, Clarence Bell. Good evening to you. Appreciate you always. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, good evening to you. The Queen Valerie, good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. And we have more right there, which is again, Vicent. Thank you very much, Vicent, for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate you. Tony South, we see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Nana Roland, we see you right there. Harry, we see you. Mike Akimbari, good evening, good evening, good evening, my people. Friday, Femi, good evening to you all, my good people. For others that are going to be joining us later on, we acknowledge you. Either by putting your name on the screen or verbally acknowledge you later on. God bless you all. Mary Samogi just joined us right now. I appreciate you all. Please continue to share this broadcast and like the broadcast. You know, as you can see right there, Tinubu called our principal, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, a stingy man. Although he also called Atiku names as well, but I'm more concerned of my own principal. We're going to be talking about that. He called Atiku Peter Obi a stingy man. He also called Atiku, you know, another names, which you'll be hearing from the video we're going to be playing pretty soon. And we have another video here on the rally that happens in Edo State. You remember Oshiomhole Tinubu was in Edo State. The rally that happened there, I was surprised. You know, let me show you that rally again. In case if you guys, some of you have forgotten, let me play that rally again.
Water. Looking for water to drink in Lagos. Did I consult you when I started paying WAEC fee for those poor parents? The Yaunibol, the Mama way the roast corn, the Mama way the sell granite. They begin to feed the top doctors, nurses, and engineers they are today. That is the power of thinking and doing. That's why I say, elect me. If you want prosperity, elect me.
See how empty the stage was. But what the media did, I don't know how they managed to do that to confuse Nigerians that the place was packed. This is the proper video that you needed to see. We played this video the other day, so it's good we are referencing back to it again today. So that was it.
You want security? Elect you. You want skill to become rich? Elect me.
Like I burn on stage.
And though I'm saying so now,
Making his promises. As usual, just the way he make his promises for Buhari. And Buhari failed woefully. Making another promises.
Thank you, God bless.
All right. On this stage that very day, on this same stage, do you know that Oshiomhole was the man that was directing everything that Tinubu was saying? In fact, verbally, Oshiomhole will tell Tinubu what to say, then Tinubu will pass it to the mic. But Oshiomhole did not realize that his voice was coming out from the mic as well, and camera were capturing him passing the body language, the verbal communication, and all that, telling Tinubu what to say. A man that wants, they are forcing on us, was being controlled like a baby on stage on what to do. We say make we carry am more con give una because as we they see am, that's who they carry and they give una. That's our job here. In case one of you here are still undecided, still thinking, no, now who you want be this or who you want. Maybe if you see this one, you go get sense. But in case you not still get sense, don't worry. The suffering will still visit you after you now don't force this man on us. We are going to be starting from there and take reactions from Nigerians. We are going to start with this particular video. Please help us to share. We're taking a break right now. Why that break is for sharing. Help us to share. Then we reveal the video for you. Share and like. Share and like. The like is not encouraging. We have 27 like. Please press the like. It's right there on your screen. Just press it, my people. Press the like. It's right there on your screen. We have 28 now. Press it, press it, press it, press it. Let others know that we are right here. 29. God bless you all. Please help us to press the like. 31. God bless you all. Press it and let others know that we are here. As we take this break, please help us to press the like. Now God bless all of you now. Let's take it from here. Thank you.
Nigeria is now you ever love it or leave it forever. Nigeria is now you rather love it and keep it forever. Freedom is now or never. We are now winning it or lose it forever.
Again, my people, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. The link is right there on the comment section. Click on it. Join us here. Book your spot on time, and let's start talking about the things that's affecting you and I appreciate every one of you. Please help us to share this broadcast. Let others know that we are right here. I can see we have a couple of shares already. That's wonderful. And the likes is up to 47 now. Thank you. Please, we need more. Continue to press on that. We're going to continue to remind you as we move on. Thank you so much. I don't know who is calling in. We can't pick any calls right now. Just listen to what we need to say first, please. Okay, as you can see right there. So I would like us to start with that particular video. Let me see how I can get that on the screen. I'm not even sure if I have that right here. Let me see. Okay. 1 minute, my people. I can see more people just joining us right now. I will acknowledge you shortly. I promise. Okay, that's the video. Okay, meanwhile, let me quickly acknowledge the people that is right here with us. June Nobaseki, thanks for joining us. Henry Omo, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Alex of Saradion, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Thank you, my people. I appreciate every one of you. And God, and God bless you. Now, Nolly77, thank you very much. Oros, hey, yo, hi. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you. The Queen Valerie, once again, thank you. Thank you, my people. Pat Oka, thank you very much. Happy Sunday to you all. Sandra Moses, I see you right there. And God will bless you now. Peter Okonkwo, thanks for joining us. Good evening, my good people. I appreciate you. All foodies, we see you here. Farewell, I see you. Tony South and others. Okay, I think I've touched on the people right there. Okay, we can see Victor Smart just joining us right now. Thank you very much for joining us. And Harry Gold. Good evening, my people. God bless you now. Please help us to continue to share this broadcast, like the broadcast. I believe you guys can hear me very clear, right? Okay, let's move on. Let's listen to this. We're going to take it this way. 1 minute. Watch this.
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that we intercept and organ. Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that we intercept and organ. Only thing that the service is be president.
Now, beginning to watch what Oshiomhole is doing, please. Watch and check the arrow pointer there. Just watch.
You are confronted with this be president. A break for that.
Whatever Oshiomhole says is what Tinubu was saying. Please pay attention to this.
A break for that.
Electricity.
A break for that.
Electricity, listen.
I brought the electricity company.
Oshiomhole mentioned that first, telling Tinubu electricity. Then Tinubu responded, electricity. It was just like you teaching a child that is growing up how to read A, B, C, D. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, let's move on. You're going to see more now. Just pay attention to it.
I brought the electricity company. Do exhibition, collect. Yeah. I support the Oba who say yes, heritage must come back. But I will put Stanley support.
I'm not sure. I don't know whether I'll let me the year. Now, here where Oshiomhole is also say Royal Museum. Now, Tinubu wants to say Royal Museum now. Make una the year and where, because me not be like saying, now let me come the hear this thing. No. Listen to this part.
Put Stanley support the Royal Museum.
Now, here
I will finance. I will contribute for it.
And also, listen, Oshiomhole was doing a lot of job there, telling Tinubu what to say. The same time, control the crowd by clapping. Then the crowd gullibly start clapping. You don't know why. You know, you don't know why you are clapping. But because Oshiomhole say clap, everybody started clapping. In the university, when I was in school, there's what we call conformity. Yes. Conformity means when you are in the midst of 50, 49 is running, you join them to start running. When that 49 stop, you stop. They ask you, Oga, why you they run? You say, I don't know. Everybody they run. I make me join on a run. That is what is happening here right now. Oshiomhole clap. The gullible Nigerians, they don't know why he's clapping. They just joined him. They started clapping. Right? Let's play that part again.
I will contribute vote personally, support the Royal Museum. I will finance, I will contribute for it. Everybody vote for Jagabo.
You see, both the DJ, the crowd, everybody were conforming to Oshiomhole demonstration. They are not too sure why they are clapping. My people, how long we want to continue like this now? I understand, yes, these people, they weaponize poverty on us, illiteracy, and many more. But we're trying our best to educate some of us. Even we were there, not so to know, but we know. Because there's some things, someone like Oshiomhole no fit deceive someone like me. And I know some of you now, when they watch me now, Oshiomhole no fit deceive you. Wait till we see, so we'll show to you now. There's you, many of you now don't watch and pass, or not notice them. In fact, even me, for the first time we watch and pass, we have to, because we're not digger, we they find how we want to dig and find what is happening. That is what we are looking for. Yes, they say if you don't find, you don't go see. So let's take it from there again.
Vote personally, support the Royal Museum. I will finance, I will contribute for it.
If you listen to what Oshiomhole was telling Tinubu to say, one, he said Royal Museum. He tell him 3 times. Then Tinubu now responded by saying, support the Royal Museum. I beg, that statement, does it align? Support the Royal Museum. Who is saying support? The crowd, Nigerians? Then he now went on by saying, I will support with finance. I will listen to that party. Give me no be like say with a lie for their head.
I will finance. I will contribute for it.
I will finance. I will contribute for it. Support the Royal Museum, telling us. They did not say that I will finance. I will contribute for it. Now, the first question is, Tinubu not even sure what that statement that Oshiomhole passed to him, Royal Museum, what it means. I don't know whether or not they get me. Tinubu not aware, he don't know what he mean. They say talking like that, he just talking. He just that say somebody say make I mention Justin Emmanuel. I say Justin Emmanuel. But what is Justin Emmanuel? I say no, but you say make I talk him. I don't know what he mean like that. You say make I talk Justin Emmanuel now. This is what is going on here. Listen, on this platform, not to deceive people as now they see them, so we take analyze them. Move on.
Support the Royal Museum. I will finance. I will contribute for it. Everybody vote for Jagabo. The Royal Museum.
Oshiomhole continued to tell him more. He said they talk to them. They tell him, say, oh, he said, Una de yaram, but hey, make we take break, my people. We have technical situation right here. 1 minute.
Nigeria, the man that will lead us to victory come 2023. Peter Obi for president, for Naija,
Peter Obi for president,
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, my people. We are back. Can you hear me right now? Please let us know if you can hear us from there.
You are laudable. Very laudable.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much, my people. All right. Let's move on. Oshiomhole continue. Oshiomhole go continue to the top to with Ted Tinubu now. Wait, he go talk. Let's listen.
The Royal Museum, we contribute money to build it. It is that their brain is in the desert. It don't rusty. And I will do it for Nigeria. Of ignorance, shackle of homelessness.
He tell them that homelessness. Now Oshiomhole still tell them, make una listen to that. Oh God, listen.
Ignorant, shackle of homelessness.
Jesus.
And engineers.
He still tell them, say me say engineer. Tinubu can say engineer. Make una listen to that part.
And engineers. Obasanjo and Atiku. Abi, you were not born. You were not in high school when they fought naked about accounting, stealing, using Nigerian money to buy cars for their girlfriends. Show me what is the better job that they and I think was done before. Show me one you can find. It's not the smartest custom officer. It's in the desert. It don't rusty. And I will do it for Nigeria.
Now Oshiomhole still tell and say you will do it for Nigeria. Then Tinubu now say and we do it for Nigeria. So does it mean say Tinubu don't know the country where you want to do the thing for before? I don't understand. I tell you and say Oshiomhole na evil. Oshiomhole don't mean well for Nigerians. Oshiomhole, now my state he come from. Oshiomhole na evil. He don't mean well for us. The reason why Oshiomhole plot Obaseki for Edo people life, he be one use Obaseki. Later on, and I can't know say Obaseki no pass him. That one can't dribble on like Maradona. I mean, both of them can fight come out. But initial stage, when he plot him for our life, not be to benefit the Edo light, but to benefit his own self. That is what he's doing right now. Just imagine, God forbid, example now I want to make. Say, finally, say, satanic APC enter through this man now. And Tinubu not come mind Oshiomhole again. You say Oshiomhole will come and they insult Tinubu all the time. Say, Nigerians, I thought Tinubu would be the best for you. This is the reason why I supported him. But at the moment, Nigerians, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I never knew this is going to be the outcome of Tinubu. Exactly the same statement this guy is saying about Obaseki at this moment. He have apologized so many times. You know, no saying so Obaseki go turn out to be. Because his satanic evil plans did not work in his favor, they came out deceiving some Edolite, or rather some Nigerians, with these authentic apologies. My people, they could now wake up. Oh, now here all of us go day would go they remind each others. Say we be talking. We don't have anything against Tinubu. Whatever Tinubu is passing through is old. It's my dream for every one of us to get old and with good heads. But on this age, I believe Tinubu would have been much better called elder statesman, rather forcing himself to become a president. And another question is this: how are we even sure now Tinubu want this presidency? If not be people day, you know, there is what we call cabals. In case you don't know what we call cabals, let me give you some definition of cabals, my own knowledge of understanding of cabals. Cabals are those that you and I don't know. Cabals are those you and I don't know. They are invisible, but they are the one making decisions upon you and I. I don't know whether it makes sense. Do not know them. I don't know them. We know they see them. We don't know their name. We don't know where they come from. But now they make decision, create the law where you and I they follow. They inside Nigeria. They are called cabals. Who know if now these cabals they say Tinubu, we know say you don't need them or you too old for this, but you're doing for us. Once you enter after 6 months or so, you feel resign. Or rather, if you plan any evil plans against them, may therefore take over. Una I go clear, una where they support Tinubu so support APC, una I almost clear. Let's take reactions from Nigerians on reactions on this particular video. Let's take reactions quickly. I have the first reaction right there. As you can see, Nebo, he said, I wonder why Oshiomhole and many others are dragging Nigerians into this calamity. The whole lies they told Nigerians in 2014-15 made us to be where we are today. And they want to increase our difficulty by imposing this sick old man who is now having memory loss on Nigerians again. I pray that God will intervene in this situation. Yes, God already intervened, but God say the power when He give us will change our future right now. God don't intervene already. Yes, Felix say Oshiomhole was disgraced as APC national chairman, yet he refused to learn his lessons. God will punish him for packaging a mentally deranged man to become Nigerian president. We have another one for here, my people. Gift Becky says, Chai, but this is wickedness by giving Nigerians this kind of thing as a president. God, please help your own people. We have another one for here from Edward Philip. I will never blame the bad leaders. I will keep blaming the citizens that God gives eyes to see, but they are blind. They are all see how Tinubu is disgracing himself by day, but they are shouting Jagaban because the citizens know they tire for suffer. We got another one for here from Pompo. He said, I pity the poor masses that are following them. Whatever Nigerians brought, they will take the consequences. Okay, we have Paji here who said, I hate this country with passion. I can't proudly say I'm from Nigeria. They have made people useless with their poverty. Thinking, chai, I was so happy if say Peter Obi won the election and Labour Party LP is the only hope in this country now. That's what it right up for that. That's what I read up. They will write again. I've been saying it repeatedly that 2023 election will be used to determine the mental stability of people in this country. How on earth can a reasonable person vote for APC again with the high rate of hunger in the land? And beside that, Tinubu is an old man. The will be hijacked by cabal. The will, okay, or they will. That's what he wanted to write there. My people, that is the last reactions we have for you. We say make we carry on along, make una know what we all the pass through. But meanwhile, let's listen to Nigerian youth.
Ayomide. I'm from Osun State and I teach. So the main reason why I'm actually supporting Peter Obi is because we need a good leader for this country. If you see the way this country is going, you will know that if we don't have a good leader, it's possible that this country will be nowhere in the next 10 years. And we have seen countries that came from nowhere to become somebody. We have seen countries like China, as countries like Singapore, that they were nowhere before, but now they are somewhere. So, and that is what we want to do in this country, because the way this country is going, we have to be very careful and know the people that we are going to vote for. Leaders are the one that we need in this country. We don't want politicians anymore. We need people that will be for the people that will be there not just because of their own pockets or what they want to gain, but people that will be ready to work for the people to bring Nigeria to where we ought to be today. Nigeria ought to be one of the best countries in this world today because of what God has blessed us with, but all because we don't have good leaders in the past. See what has happened to this country. So, and that is what we want to change. And in that person, we have seen Peter Obi. We have seen that man that he has been tested and he can be trusted, and that is why we are supporting him by God's grace, that he will become the next president of this country, and this country will change for good. We need someone that can bring Nigeria from a state of consumption to a state of production. Nigeria needs to produce, not just selling out our raw materials, but selling out finished products. That is what China is doing today, selling out finished products. So we need a leader with capacity, a leader that knows what the problem of Nigeria is and that is ready to do it. So we need a leader of the people, a leader that will carry the old people along, not from one tribe or the other, a leader that is ready to lead Nigerians, not a particular tribe. And that is why we are supporting this man, Peter Obi. So by God's grace, we know that this man is going to enter and Nigeria is going to change for better.
That is the plight of a Nigerian, especially a consigned Nigerian for that matter. Yes, that's a consigned Nigerian. We can't continue like this. But before we play the next video that we have with you here, let me quickly acknowledge Grant. Grant, now God bless you. Thank you very much for opening the super chat for us this evening. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can see many people joining us right now. Jennifer Kopp, thanks for joining us. I can see, let me quickly acknowledge Lucky Den. I see you right there. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Please help us to share and like. Oros Yohai, once again, I see your comment. Thank you. South United, I see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to every one of you right there. Please help us to share and like. Help us to share and like. Faith Unlimited, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate you all. Aniagba, Emeka, Jude, thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Victor Smart, thanks for joining us. And God bless every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Help us to share this broadcast. Romsele Odalo, we see you right there. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Make the share, make the like. Tanimola Joseph, we see you. God bless you. Thanks very much for joining us. Yes, my people, make share them, make share them. G Simon, we see you right there. Thank you very much. Faith with Fred, thanks for joining us. God bless you all. Good evening to you all. Good evening, good evening, good evening, my people. We have one more video to go. I will be playing that shortly. Team Uwumbiko, thank you very much for joining us. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name properly. Apologies. All right, Joshua John, we see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Charles Izedoen, thanks very much for the super chat as well. And God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my good people. Yes, Anthony Obiora, thanks very much for joining us. Now God bless all of us. Now, Alex Osaro, once again, I salute to every one of you. Peter Ifi, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother Rita. Thanks very much, madam, for joining us. Appreciate you all. Jekyll Obedient, thank you. Sonia Alex, thank you. Thank you, Barrister Osadebane Enoduwembe. Oh, okay, Barry, sorry. Okay, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Hi, some names not easy, but I'm improving pronouncing some names. Okay, and George Bluechild, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Oliver Ingbe, thanks for joining us. Good evening, my good people. Eddie Justice, once again, thank you very much. Vincent, thanks very much. God bless every one of you. Adetunde, we see you right there. Good evening to you. Good evening to every one of you. In case we don't mention your name, not intentional, we're trying our best here. Thank you. God bless you all. Please use the link right there. Join us here. Let's talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Make we talk them together, my people. And God bless you now. Let's do this. All right. Let's quickly listen to this one then so we can start talking straight away. Use the link to join us.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. It's time now to review headlines on today's newspapers. And doing the honors today is Steve Ayorinde.
All right, Genix, thank you.
Sure.
We'll go straight to this day on Sunday.
Yes.
And the lead story here says, reject Mr. Privatize, Atiku, and Mr. Stingy. Obi, Tinubu tells voters, says former VP will sell everything and run away, while Obi will save money and starve Nigerians. Vote out APC, PDP structures. Labour Party candidate tells supporters. I mean,
that is the most interesting headline I have seen in a long time.
That's what the candidate of the APC, yes, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said at the rally in Ondo State in Akure yesterday. And I think it looks like all the candidates are now going for each other's jugular, reject Mr. Privatize and Mr. Stingy. And I think that will be at some point also said, don't vote anybody that is not physically and mentally fit.
Yeah.
Who could he be referring to? So different vibes that are not really
Kwankwaso
the
also
issue.
said the same thing as well about someone being...
He did something. I think his own was even more caustic.
It was. He said something about
bedwetting.
Bedwet, yes. What could that be?
I didn't know.
Me, I be not hear that one. Kwankwaso say Tinubu na bedwetting. I beg. I don't know whether I understand what that thing mean, because not be my mouth na go hear. I mean, I don't know what it mean.
Yeah, so Kwankwaso say make them not vote for people with the best with the bed wet. Where they wear pampers.
But what did that mean? What it mean?
It mean, when you born picking out, like you will get many children, you're not supposed to ask people who never get children what it mean. Because say you they carry baby and you say they change pampers. You see they ask us what it bed what it mean. I beg, I see a guy, man, Mr. Elvis. No, go ahead.
No. They say Tinubu na bed wetting. I don't understand.
Person where the bed wet. Bed wet.
Why they use big English? Person don't talk for comment section. Rest.
Okay, if not that one you want just hear, mo could just talk as it be. Person where the bed wet. Me to say the wet bed. And if it wet bed, it not be water. I take the wet bed. Now peace.
You see they speak so.
Person where they peace for house.
Hey,
the peace for bed.
So I be wet bed.
I say make I see arrange and we go take sweet. You just want make a day rough.
Sweet. Kwankwaso talk and that like that. Many of us don't understand. We come now say make una analyze and now see they use the same English we Kwankwaso use. When I talk, I say and they don't talk for comment section. It peace for body. Okay.
He not say the Kwankwaso not say who the peace for body, so who the bed wet.
In Bini languages, Ayoyuwa.
You see,
I hear your bed.
Ayobiegbe.
See, Anna Eddie just say PC for bed. Hey, wow. So Kwankwaso talk this thing, no fear, even though you no fear Tinubu, you no fear Chetima. Kai, wow. All right. Move on, here, because even if you look at Rise staff, fear not let them mention more see how they talk up. Fear that they fear.
Vibes that are not really
Kwankwaso
the
also
issue.
said the same thing as well about someone being.
He did something. I think his own was even more caustic.
It was. It was.
Know?
He said something about
bedwetting.
Bedwet, yes. What could that be?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I thought that was quite.
Yeah,
me neither.
You know, that was a bit. But then he didn't get any response, did he?
I don't know what the story is with Kwankwaso. I don't think he garners that much reaction when he makes statements like that. I thought that was.
Which probably is why he's still trailing the three leading candidates. You know, because if you throw a missile like that, you will expect that people will respond to you. Maybe the reason why they're not responding is because his influence outside Kano State is not that.
I say Kano Kwankwaso get power, and because not the response. Kwankwaso not get level. He know you're the carry body. Now I say Kano, it's one village for Kano there. Now there Kwankwaso. When the Kwankwaso talk, we know the hear for this side. People are not vex. So now they talk. So they say they don't hear. Me not hear this one. I don't know whether I hear that before.
Why they're not responding is because his influence outside Kano State is not that heavy, you know. But for between APC and PDP, and then PDP and Labour Party, you could see that they see some form of threat, and therefore they need to be caustic. I don't think that
how
helps.
Necessary is that?
I don't think how that helps
No.
their campaign. Except they're just looking to trend and looking for buzzwords and looking for content, you know. But this is not the issue that Nigerians will need, things that will guide them. And it should worry politicians, particularly the leading candidates, because of the up to 40% of the undecided, you know, that the polls and the projections are showing. When you campaign to people that you mobilize to come to your rally, you are basically speaking to your household. Those who need to know what you're talking about won't be at your rally. You know, they will be the up to 40% of the people who have not made up their mind. They're not even sure whether they want to vote, because if you don't convince them, what are you selling? So if Tinubu is saying rejects Mr. Privatized Atiku and rejects Mr. Stingy, Obi, who does not give shishi, why does he want them to vote for him instead?
Yes.
Which would have been the key thing, you know, the same way. But then PDP has responded, the story on top, maybe not directly. But
okay, we're going to stop it right there. Let's start talking. We already have enough people right here with us. Let's just hit on it. We're going to talk about the deceptive act by Oshiomhole and Tinubu, and the response from the gullible Nigerians on that same stage. And then we're going to be talking about the Tinubu, the sense Tinubu calling our principal stingy man. Yes, you know, me, I love my principal the way he be, as your stingy. So now, if I make me the supporter, so we'll talk him. Or I will prefer to hear from the people first, then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much, my people. Help us to share and like, and let's start talking. Lefties, over back to you.
Una do well. When they call my name, I want really be sure say whether I me they call, because nowadays person not the sure because of people like Tinubu. I imagine we could follow the concerned Nigeria. You see the passion, the young man spoke. It's enough for any reasonable human being to know that a lot is really happening to the people. You see the passion. He's a young man. We all listened to him, and we saw what he said. Yes, this time he said we don't need a politician. He said we need a leader. It's enough. A lot has been happening. This time, Nigeria just needs a leader. Somebody that will lead us to the promised land. Somebody that will lead us accurately. He made mention of places like China and some other countries that where they were before, because of good leadership today, they are like what Peter Obi is saying. From what to what? It's very obvious and clear. That was very passionate. Then the very first video, the recap, is a pity. These are what media will not show you. They will carry a camera to where the crowd is standing and say that they were crowd. We saw it from behind and all that. It was very scanty. Now when people gather, we near them. Now that one, now they go to show for media and say they gather crowd. Upon the money they spent, the place was empty. I saw somebody that commented that I was there. It was empty. People were showing gathered crowd. I mean, that's what be the do. You go see movement. You go see people. Everybody carry a phone. Everybody. Now only one person I don't show your own. Others begin show their own. It's just a pity. Then let's talk about Tinubu. Well, Tinubu is just a comedian. Tinubu is not the presidential candidate. Tinubu is just there to. He's just an actor the way I see it now because that man is finished.
Real and present, it is happening now as we speak. There are medical doctors who have succeeded in all that they can succeed. They have the money to bring into Nigeria. All they want is a government that will make Nigeria work. And it's coming.
All right. We're just at that moment. We'll listen to your closing thoughts. We just have about a minute each to close your argument before we close finally. But there is a question, Mr. Obi, which we're getting people would like you to comment on. One of your opponents has described you as a stingy man in one of the campaigns, and that you might find it difficult to get things done with that kind of character. How would you respond to that kind of statement?
Well, very simple is that as governor of Anambra State, between the year 2000 and year 2015, the only measure of development that is known globally is Millennium Development Goals. This is the standard benchmark. If you check, when I became governor in 2006, we started implementing it in 2008. So we are late by 7 years. By the time Nigeria is stopped in 2015, Anambra was #1. And that includes, I was #1 in education. This is by UNDP, not by Nigeria. By UNDP, was #1 in education. By Nigeria and WAEC, I was #1. I won Bill Gates Prize in health. This is again not Nigeria that marked it. So I can go on. I had the best road network. In terms of fighting poverty, go and check, ask Evelyn Oputu. I was the first governor to go to Bank of Industry and say, I want us to do something. I want to put in money here and you support my micro, small businesses, which is what the governors are seeing today. I and Evelyn Oputu started that. Then go and ask Magnus Paco, who was in charge of poverty alleviation. I was #1. I'm calling names of people. I can go on and on. But let me tell you about that issue. It's good that when my opponents talk, let us talk about corruption. One of the things that is killing this country today is corruption perception index. And that is measured on how you manage public assets, nepotism, how you share the land, how you manage your money and everything. And I've challenged everyone and just said, go and see whether there's anywhere a kobo of Anambra State money is missing. Saving have now become an issue when people have stolen all the money and impoverished the country, and you're now questioning a man who's left the money without anybody telling me to leave it and go.
Mr. Obi, we'll take that as your closing moment because we're totally out of time. But on behalf of Channel Television Partners, the Situation Room, these are charter of demands, one for you and one for Dr. Baba Hackman. These are key areas in which the civil society organization want your team to look at and tackle. But I must sincerely thank you on behalf of all our partners and everyone who have come to witness this event tonight. Thank you so much indeed, and I wish you the very best in the coming days. It's just 40-something days to the election. Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Well, Nigerians, you've...
Okay, thank you very much, my people. We are finally done on this. We are going to start talking right now. At least we'll have a lot to talk about today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, God bless all of you now. Please, let's talk on this. Help us to share and like, join the screen, and let's start talking. You know how we started on this particular broadcast. Now we have additional topic to talk about. If you know you have anything to say on the questions that were thrown to our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, come on air, talk to us. Let's see your own opinion on all his questions. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Lefties, I will hand over back to you right now so that we can start talking straight away. Thank you.
Excuse me. I'm very happy you're handing over back to me. It's like Peter Obi just handed back to us. This is a very unique moment. We all heard him talking, and it was very interesting and very passionate. Had it been that Nigerians can really, when I mean really make Peter Obi their choice. I mean everybody, not some being left out. This is a man that answers questions from every sector. You saw his humility when he was asked by the physically challenged representative. You saw what he said. He just said one thing. I don't know it all. If you know something you think I should know, please, even after now, you can teach me. I need to learn. But I assure you, it's going to be inclusive. That means that it's a man that listens. It's a man that listens to everybody. It's a man that wants the best for everybody. You cannot compare this to any other presidential candidate. Tinubu is not a presidential candidate. That one is already a man who is supposed to be in an old people's home. It is clear that he has neurological issue from the way he talks. Can he come and talk to people like this? No, he would never dare come to a place like this to speak. He would never dare. I assure you that. He cannot go to channels. He will tell you, I won't come. I'm having a schedule. This is a busy area. I do rally everywhere. These are excuses. Are you telling me Peter Obi and Obidate are not doing rallies? They are not also busy. They are the same presidential candidates. You need to get in touch. You need to talk to the people. You need to allow the people feel you. And this is what Obidate is doing. They talk straight to the issues, not calling names and not attacking people. We don't need presidential candidate who is talking out of point. Talk to the issues affecting the economy of this country, the issue at ground. Why are we where we are? What are you going to do differently? This is what we expect presidential candidates to tell their people, not coming to black and be blaming one and be talking stories. It's a pity Nigeria. We had them both. I won't be repeating everything they've said, but it touches me, especially when it made mention of something that actually caught me. Say, opening up the opportunity where people with hard work meet up their merit. That means whatever you are good at, you will see it. We have a lot of talent in this country. They are wasting. They don't have this opportunity. No open up opportunity for them. If you are a cleaner, you will clean and earn what you are working for. Man, I don't need to talk again. This man is the best president of Nigeria. Come next month. I just hope Nigerians are listening. I just hope because he touches the mind of the people. Thank you. So I just go straight to well, definitely today we had let's just start talking right away. Let's not just bother ourselves on Agbado calling Peter Obi staging, because Peter Obi has directly answered him here that let's talk about corruption, not staging. If you say I'm staging, I didn't steal. I left the money to be used. Sorry. Now, did you leave the money? What about the lands? The trust people entrust to you. How did you manage it? And you are talking about me that didn't take anything. You are calling me staging when I left what I met. But you took everything, and the people are suffering. And you are talk about corruption. I think that answers it all. So, Mr. Ike, you can just start from here, please. Do we still have? Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Yes. Talk to us.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
Leftists and all my co-panelists in the studio today, the people at the comment section, the people that are watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever, and the people that are online. The Peter Obi and his vice has made my day, and what I saw. Let me round it up. What I saw is what I've been seeing from day one. I have not seen anything change, but rather I see an increment of what I know. Tenacity, credibility, honesty, humility, and know it all. The part that sweet my heart so much was when we were talking about the oil theft. He said that he will stop them from drinking oil and he will give them water to drink. I mean, that part was so sweet for me that I said, wow, this is it. So like Lefty just dropped now, I mean, any sensible Nigerian, any honest Nigerian who has been following Peter Obi through this campaign, about 6 months that this movement started, and up to this hour that this town hall meeting finished, you will know that this man, he meant well for Nigeria. He wants to save Nigeria. He wants to rescue Nigeria. He meant business. And every word he has said, he meant it. So I think today is another eye-opener for a lot of Nigerians, and mostly the people that are still undecided. Because I don't know what you are still undecided for. I mean, today is another opportunity for you to make up your mind and say, this is the man. This is the man where I'm going to put my vote. Because this man has a vision. And he has a mission for Nigeria. So honestly speaking, today I'm happy with what I had today from all the sectors. He was able to handle every sector. Like Elvis was saying before, he doesn't want to be exposed. He has been consistent with his statement that I am not going to tell you what I'm going to do with issue of security. But I think today he hammered, even in the case of corruption, but today he was able to open a little bit up about corruption, so, but I think that overall, I am impressed and I am happy with what I had today, and I am looking and praying for Nigerians, those that are still sitting by the sideline, and those who are going to collect money and so crazy things. I mean, it's your time for you to please. Nigeria is in your hand. Wherever you want Nigeria to go from next month, that's where it's going to go. But thank God that God has given us a man and a driver and a conductor who can pilot and drive this bus to its honest destination with credible men and women, young and old, that will be able to lead, to push this vehicle to its destination. So I am so impressed and I am happy. Maybe when we go another round, I will talk about what I was trying to say before about, what I had all these 5 days that I've not been here, but I was listening part of the programs. God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. Before we move on, we would like to quickly appreciate Jewel of Nashville. Thanks very much for the super chat earlier on. Due to the congestion of the stream, we could not mention your name at that particular time. We want to say we're very, very grateful. Thank you for the encouragement, and God bless you. And Tracy Jacope, thanks very much for the super chat. May God bless you. For those of you that have shared, that have liked our video, may God bless every one of you, all our spectators, our panelists. Now God bless all of you. Now let's just start talking right now. The next person that we need to hear from now is our brother, Mr. Alex. Good evening to you, my brother.
Yeah, Mr. Najawash, is there a time frame or is
No. Just talk. No time frame. Just talk.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Alex, very good question. Welcome. No time frame, but there's time frame.
Yes, I understand. I get it. I will use my mind. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Yes. I want to thank those on the comment section for your consistency. Those that mean well for humanity, especially for Nigerian citizens. My fellow panelists who are always here. We disagree always ideologically, but we are fighting for one thing, the better country. And Mr. Najawash and your technical team with your consistency. Mr. Lefties, I thank you. I say hello to Madam Rita on the comment section. And yes, and viewers worldwide. There's something that he said. The first thing that struck me, he said, when I was the governor, I was in charge. I included women in my government. He said I was in charge. He spoke about constitution. Because when we talk, people say it's the constitutional right of the federal government to protect people in Nigeria. There are times, there's what we call exceptional situations. There are times you do the needful. You cannot wait for constitution when people are being killed in your state. I'm narrowing it down to my state now because there is a fallacious argument propagated by wicked people who are supporting a wicked government we have in Edo State. That because the police is being controlled by the federal government, that the governor he cannot do anything, but this same government can organize the police and the security apparatus to demolish houses and to do his own selfish interest. Look at a man who was a governor saying, I am in charge. Will I wait for a constitution to be amended before I save lives? Will I wait for a constitution when women are being raped? Will I wait for a constitution instead of doing the normally, humanly possible thing to do? That struck me. That goes to show that it's not me that is saying it now. This is a human being, born of a woman, raised by a family, schooled by a father. One of us telling us it's not every time you have to be alive to amend constitution. Your house is on fire. You wait for constitution. Somebody will put gun on your head. He wants to kill you. You wait for constitution. You tell me to not to take law into my hands, not to defend myself, not to defend my people. As a governor, not to do the right thing, not to give out press conference, sound warning to not just ordinary criminals, to killers. Killing is the highest sin you can ever commit in this life. Killing, followed by rape, then stealing. To killers, invaders. Peter Obi has always been a shining light. He has been an example. I didn't want that interview or that town hall meeting to close or to come to an end. It beamed a searchlight on a lot of things we'll be saying here on Najawash. Many people also, they want to argue for selfish reasons, for selfish affiliations. So I'm very happy with this man. May God keep him alive for him to carry out everything he has in mind for us. We cannot see how they've used Edo people's lives for political negotiation. They've mortgaged our lives. Peter Obi will never sign such an agreement with the Fulani killer machine in Abuja. He addressed the issue of oil, agriculture, education. Guys, Edo people, or Nigerians, you cannot see how leaders are being, chosen or elected. I never saw my present governor in Edo State go through this rigorous process of becoming a governor or becoming a leader. Look at this man. This is the first time I'm even seeing him. If you watch his face, if you have been following him, he looked fully rested for the first time in about 3-4 months. He's always on his toes, always moving. He looked fully rested. Maybe he had a proper sleep for the first time in months. This is leadership. If I can remember very well, in 2016, they did not allow our governor to campaign by himself, apart from when he had the presidential, a governorship debate. Apart from that, all the godfathers, all the speakers, all the whatever, they kept on bringing him to us. They will not allow him talk. Although Oshiomhole later apologized. I'm not deviating. I'm still trying to make a point here. In 2020, the same thing happened. Only when the governor went from another party to another party is when you see him. Sometimes he will speak. Sometimes Danobi will speak. So we need a leader that can speak to us by himself, not being introduced by party shifting or by godfathers or by a former governor. Let nobody in this Edo state look at the result of introduction of a candidate to us now. Obi was not introduced. Obi introduced himself. Obi was not imposed. Obi is selling himself to us. Charity, they say, begins at home. We must allow the next set of leaders in our state to sell themselves to us with their credentials, which are verifiable, with their antecedents, and most importantly, with their source of origin, where they come from. We don't want people who have been in Dangote for 20 years. People who have stayed in Lagos for 30 years. We don't know how they have lived their life. We need people that we can easily trace what they've been doing, what they've done with their lives, and what they are doing presently, and what they intend to do when they become governor. So Peter Obi is a shining light. We can't say it any better. I love the fact that he said he was going to open the country in terms of investment. He used an example that there are some, even the vice president he used an example that there are some medical doctors. They've attained everything in life. They've made the money, but they want to come back home. They're in diaspora. There are some businessmen. They've made the money. They want to come back home, but they want a country that works. This is how leadership should be. Not making excuses, not blaming people, not lying up and down. Oshiomhole did it. You see the laziness and the callousness and the wickedness of human being. When you took the oath of office, you did not give us excuses. When you came to local government by local government, you didn't give us excuses. When you went to ward by ward, you didn't give us excuses. When you went from market to market, you didn't give us excuses. When you were lying to us on TV and on social media, you didn't give us excuses. When you engaged the diasporans, you didn't give us excuses. When you visited the royal family, you didn't give them excuses. Immediately you are sworn in. Suddenly, the past government were bad. Suddenly, we met a debt. We cannot function. Suddenly, people are pursuing you. Why not pursue them back as a governor, as a leader, and protect your own people? And you forgot that the fundamental reason why you took that out of office was to protect lives and property. You see how a leader is talking? He said, I will be in charge. I will fix electricity in 4 years. Hold me responsible. So this is just like the physical example of a true leader. Can we say now is almost the 7th year of our governor in Edo State in tenure? Can he run for presidency next time? I leave that for you to answer. Can he run for presidency next time? Can Lucky Gunejo run for presidency now? Can Oshiomhole run for presidency? Edo State people, we should learn to do the right thing. You can't just see food and forget yourself. You don't eat the way you see food. You will die of, stomach problem. Live and let's live. Let's go for the best. Let's bring the best among us to campaign for themselves, to sell themselves, and to lead us. Because where we are now in Edo State, we are 20 years backward because some people came to power by hook or by crook, and by omission or by commission, they destroyed the states almost in every area. And some of us, we never want to point to the truth. Now in Edo State, you can't travel by road. Within the state, you cannot move from 6 p.m. is a problem. In Edo State, you cannot reach anybody when it comes to governance. You have no number to call. When you even call, it does not work. These are people that lie to you with different things. Obi is showing us the way. And I believe with what is going on, let me round up with this.
No,
with
Mr. Alex, I don't want you to round up. I just want to ask you simple questions.
Okay.
Since your main digression is on state leadership and security issues, are you aware that about 31 persons were kidnapped today in Edo State this evening? Train attack by herdsmen in our Gwebe local government area?
My dear brother, thank you. I'm happy it's coming from you. Because when I talk, people say I'm the only one who gets information. I cannot be a coward. I'm aware, my brother, after I've given my votes to somebody, I've elected a political, representative, and then I cannot ask him questions. That chain attack is one of the aftermath of the agreement, of the Ruga agreement. Our greedy Governor Obaseki went to Abuja against the Southern Governors Asaba Convention meeting. He was the first to betray that agreement, to collect Ruga. He wanted to collect 20% arable land in every local government in Edo State. Part of it is why he crippled local government. But thank you, Mr. Najawash, for your platform and other sister platform and the civil rights organization who rose up and quickly organized an extempore, impromptu or emergency protest that occupied the Edo State House of Assembly. Marcus Onobo came out and promised that bill was going to be thrown out, and that bill was thrown out. It would have been a different thing entirely. There would have been, a bloody conflict between the herdsmen and the local people in these areas. So we have a greedy set of people in government. 7 years is enough to prove yourself. People kept on saying, let's give him time. What has he done in Edo State now? Is it not shameful to see how other people are trying their best? None of them is perfect among the governors. But mine seem to be among the worst, among the most heartless set of human beings that has graced this planet or graced the government house in Edo State. He's not the first to be a governor. We've had late Samuel Bemudia. We've had Folosho and Bruce Ali. So the 30 people that were kidnapped today by herdsmen, imagine a whole Edo State that when you hear of blended state those days, you will be so scared. We were known to be hospitable. We were known to be very, very, very strong with our Benin Kingdom history. It's one of the most peaceful places to live. If you have ulterior motive, if you come to Edo State or blended state of those days, you drop it down. We don't look for trouble, but when you come, we will give it to you. But now, we have a governor who's a sellout. We've never had this bad. That you have a governor that cannot even, up till now, 30 citizens were kidnapped. People were injured. There is no one press release from a governor. And you expect us to talk, to just keep quiet, stop shouting, stop ranting. You come and quote law to me. It's the federal government. But the same governor that cannot control police, that SME problem is a federal government problem. He's using the same police, the same army, the same mobile police to demolish houses. More than 10,000 of them are stationed in 5 communities, supervising the demolition of 1,120 buildings that are going to be demolished now in about 7 to 8 months time, under the guises that the buildings are on government lands. Who build houses on 1,200 plots? If this is not a fraud, not even a government of a nation can destroy such amount of properties without negotiations, engagement, and compensations. So, guys, we have a total stranger in government house. Obi is showing us what is leadership. Obi is showing us the meaning of responsibility. Obi is showing us the meaning of love. Obi is showing us the meaning of credibility. Obi is showing us the meaning of education. Obi is telling us what it is to love your young people. Edo State youth are being abandoned by its government. The government, they all came out to give shelter when he was a political destitute, a political orphan. When his former party ejected him, everybody came around him and covered him and gave him hope and gave him a house when he was homeless. We visited him when he was wounded. We clothed him when he was naked. We prayed for him when he was sick politically. But how did he react when he became well? When he got a place to stay, he forgot us and unleashed killers on us. We will tell him we are Edo people. And now he's trying to instigate some of us to fight against the royal family that has been existing before his own grandfather was born. Obaseki, look at what Obi is doing. Your political career is dead in Edo State, by extension in the country. So I'm very happy with what Obi is doing. Governance is not rocket science. People have done it before. People will do it again. And you are not the first and you will not be the last to be a governor. God will give us leaders that will open books. Leaders that will show people love. That will protect people. That will build schools. That will build roads. That will be transparent. That will show us how Edo monies are being spent. That will organize town meetings every month to interact and interface with citizens, visit marketplaces, visit project sites. You know, leaders that will unveil projects, unveil plans, not audio projects. Edo is bleeding in terms of insecurity. When it rains in Edo, you cannot go around Edo. Edo is submerged in a flood disaster. So guys, I will drop it here. Thank you.
Round up. Thank you. I mean, sorry, Alice, not be Elvis. Quickly round up. Mr. Alice.
He's done. He's done. He's done now. He's done.
He's okay. He's okay. Thank you very much. I want to quickly lay the correction because somebody is asking, like, Ernest Forrest is asking, where did the kidnap took place? The kidnap took place not today. It was yesterday evening, about 3 a.m. at Igwebe, this Qatari, where it happens in Igwebe just yesterday, and about 31 persons were adopted. 32 persons were adopted. One escaped. One person escaped. There were 32. They were suspected to be Fulani herdsmen who will lead the train there at the station, the abnormal way. But according to the news coming, they say they are still on their trail. They've caught one suspect, and the suspect is helping them. While military, police, hunters, and all are on their trail. These are normal story. And again, to quickly come into this before the next person, when this happened, ITV did not report. EBS did not report. Only TVC in Lagos reported the news.
Yes, Mr. Leftis, can I come in for 1 second on that? Months ago, or about a year ago, our governor allegedly has banned, some media stations from reporting activities of Fulani herdsmen. Yes, that is what has been happening. When you call them to try to engage them and pay them for their services, they will tell you we don't want to come. Oseki said we should not cover such things again. We have reports to that effect, verbally.
It's very crazy. It's very unfortunate. Then, what are the media doing when they are politics? They are reporting good side of politics. They are not on the side of the people. This is what we talk about. We say some journalism. Most journalism, almost all, it's not all, most of them, they go with brand envelope. They don't report the truth. That's why it's not everything these people are saying you should believe. No. Please, we should not take everything these stations talk, because brand envelope is what they write. When they get the brand envelope, they write what is on the brand envelope. We've seen it. I'm a living witness. I don't want to go on that, where they will write against you. Meanwhile, no, they didn't report it. Well, before we go to the next person, which is Machiavelli, Mr. Israel, he's been peacefully patient. We want to thank Freedom Simple. Freedom Simple, thank you very much for this, your wonderful contribution. It is a very nice one. And before you, there was Okori also. Yes, we got that. We saw you while we're still doing what we were doing. We saw that Okori super chat. Yes, I see you. I got you. Okori 124. We want to also appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we'll just be going straight to the next person, which is Israel Asamota, aka Machiavelli. Talk to us.
Thank you very much, my brother Leftis. Thank you very much, and Jawosh, my brother. Thank you so much for all you guys have been doing here, and thank you. Good evening to all of you on the panel. Good evening to those in the comment section, and good evening to the concerned citizens around the globe. First of all, I'm very privileged. I'm so happy today and seeing the likes of the LP presidential candidate speaks about hope. That gave me hope as a Nigerian. Seeing the lay down things he just spoke about, issue-based policies, and what next for Nigerians. It gave me hope. And that is the hope I've been crying for 2 years now, that every Nigerian, whether you're young, small, old, irrespective of your tribe, religious belief, or what kind of politics or party you belong to, you must have to see yourself as a Nigerian, ready to make an effective change. And that is what he just demonstrated. That on the first day, they are going to start working. And the inclusion of every Nigerian in their system, it gave me that sense of belonging. That the skinny boy with a funny name, who also believed that society will have a place for him to, will be given a chance. And he replicates that, metaphor by sounding it to all the groups who came there to represent their various organizations. Is it the mental? Is it the physically impaired people you want to talk about? These are the people we don't even want to see in our society. You and I know. We don't actually care for them. But he actually spoke it just now. He said, when the guy asked him, tears ran down my face, if you know anything that will better the nation, bring it forward. I was so amazed to see these people, physically challenged people, who we know can also bring an effective change into a system. We're given a chance. But if you replicate that to other of the presidential candidate, you have never seen that at all. 2 days ago, there was a town hall meeting by the All Progressive Congress. And when I watched it, I wept for Nigerians. Because the town hall meeting is where you are supposed to engage leaders or asking them questions on the issue base. What are we going to do? How are we going to go forward? But what I saw was a reverse of what I was seeing today. Instead of asking questions, they were lavishing praise. And this was done, organized by the governor of Kogi State, just to please his own principal. I felt sad for Nigerians. But this is a man who spoke about every sectors that make up the system, giving hope to all of them. And the actual one, he told them, don't worry. See what I did and compare it to when we're going to go to the national level. How we're going to build it. And he said he's going to increase the budget. And if you look at the budget we have now, in the educational sector, the budget is very low. I feel bad. Then how do you develop an economy if you don't have intelligent people? And how do you develop that intelligence is through education. And that is what we've been sounding here. Because the indoctrination is more than the education. How can we try? And which is the best? To boost in an economy, you need sound and quality educated people. And the life of Baba Ahmed Dati, who is just the right man, you see the way he spoke, eloquent. But this is a northerner who we have always commonized. But thank God to education, look at the way he sounds. That are the kind of leaders I want to emulate. These are kind of things I want to be hearing. And the reason I'm so happy today that many Nigerians are actually listening to him. Because we were talking about structure. How do you build a structure? Is the foundation. This guy built this structure in less than a year. But the same structure that has been hovering around us, creating problems and suffering, division for us, has been built since 1930. But that structure has never yielded anything for Nigerians. other than they put them in abject poverty? Or he made them to fight themselves? It causes the chaos, a divide and rule society. That is what it brought us. But the foundation which this guy formed in less than a year, see the way it's actually replicated in the society. Positive, hope, freedom, better Nigeria, better future, generational future. That is what it's bringing. And I'm so happy. He talked about our servicemen. I spoke on it on here. That our gallant men and women who are fighting in the Sambisa forest, fighting the insurgency. I feel for them. But some of them died. Nobody cares about their family, how they are living, how is the situation with them. But these were servicemen and women whose family, these are families of whose servicemen and women fought for that country and died. I'm one of them. My beloved uncle died now. He's in heaven right now. He paid his sacrifice for Nigeria. Some of my uncles actually went to peacekeeping. But I feel for them because their children, sorry?
Israel, very sorry. You said one of your uncle died. I'm very sorry. But why? Yes. What caught my attention is you said he's in heaven. How did you know?
What do I mean in heaven? I just have to put that in there. I cannot say in here, but I just say it's in heaven. God knows where it is. I just have to put that. But I'm saying this is a very serious one because actually these are people who actually are heroes. They died. They didn't come for that. But what are the compensation being laid to the families? None. Were they meant to die? No. But they fought to make sure that our country was safe. Yet we are still fighting. Right as we're talking right now, there are men and women who are fighting the insurgents to make sure they don't invade our country. We are supposed to respect them. These are gallant troops. But what are we doing? Are we actually serving them the way they served us? No. That's what Obi was saying. We must replicate that to their families. And we must make a package for them. I thank him so much for that. And he spoke a lot now economy, power. And he used other countries like South Africa and he used Egypt. You see the way he demonstrated it. It actually brings hope. And the other ones that makes me kind of feel relaxed is he saw that our mothers are also the brain and heart of the family. He talked about women, the inclusion. Because if you look at what is happening in our society today, women are being sidelined. But these are very productive people. He talks about men. Yes, I am a man. I know what we can do. Some of us are being carried away. But if you have a woman, they will always build your home. And that is why he said, they are going to be inclusive in my government. And he talked about how women were leading the front. They were the leading front runners in his administration back in Anambra. And I'm so proud. He talked about us Nigerians, the skilled ones who are outside the country, who wants to come back home to do what is good for the benefit of the country. That they will all see a level playing field to execute their plan if given the mandate to rule. This is what all Nigerians want. Because I've said it so far on this platform, that we have Nigerians scattered around the globe with different talents. They want to see an effective government. Because where they are, it looks like a solitary confinement to them. Because they want to see their country thrive. Because they know whatever they put in that country, it is going to replicate what is called success for them. And he said it just now. I'm so proud of him. I want to be part of this kind of government. I want to see this kind of government replicate in a million folds for Nigerians, not just only once, so that we all can learn. He talked about the youth. He said they are the most important. Oh, I was so happy. Because right now, what we have, that we have used unemployment to make the youth so poor that they are using them as their arsenal. That is what is happening. The youth unemployment in Nigeria is skyrocketing every day. And that is why you have this kind of things in the society where people go into all sorts of rubbish. But if we invest in the youth, there's going to be a positive future. Because he recognized that they are the leaders of tomorrow. And we can pass it on to them. For that, Nigeria, that hope has just come again. I have hope in this government, and I believe that Nigerian will have a way forward when you elect Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed come February 2023. Please, Nigeria, let us get our PVC. We shouldn't get it wrong right now. This is the time we have to make our nation work for the benefit of our future and our children's future, so that they can ask us, you did well. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. And for the benefit of those asking, Irene Finest, okay, you were the one asking where was the train going. The train was leaving Igwebe for Warri. The train was en route Warri. So that's the route. And for Johnson Emmanuel, Alex was just saying his mind. I think he has the right to say what he's saying. And again, he didn't attack media. He only said Edo media, not channel or Arise. And that's what we got the news from outside media. That is what we were talking about. We didn't hear it from those ones in Edo State. They didn't announce it. That's what we are talking about. And I tell you the truth, Alex is very correct. I can tell you that. So let's move to the next person would have been Barry Osamuda Osadeba, but we don't have him here. And I would have loved him talk because he joined us, he left, he came and all that. Anyway, Collis, talk to us. Mr. Collis.
Good morning, Mr. Lefty. Happy New Year.
Same to you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Can you hear? Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my fellow Nigeria. Good morning to the panelists, people that's listening, Madam Rita, Alex, all of us, everybody that is here. I greet you all. You know, listening to P2B today, if you are there still waiting for somebody to come and decide for you, wait no more, because P2B have given you answer. All those 40% undecided vote, wait no more, because your answer have been given to you. So I think what P2B did in Arise News today, Arise Channel today, have proven to every single Nigeria who wish well to Nigeria, not for yourself, who wish well to Nigeria. Search no more, because P2B have proven to you, have given you the answer you've been searching for. So it's now left for you to make that decision, because if there's any other thing you are looking for somebody to tell you, I don't know what again you want P2B to say. If there's any other thing you want P2B to say, maybe you don't wish Nigeria, you don't want to serve Nigeria, or you don't wish Nigeria well, because P2B have provided you every data, every information that you want. So I think those 40% undecided vote, after this night, they don't have any reason not to decide not to join the P2B movement. So I think he did well with the vice. They did well today. Like the first person said here, P2B says something. He keep mentioning that word, in charge. That is what he keep mentioning, in charge. And when people keep telling you that word, that is, he's telling you that if anything happen, hold me responsible. In charge. He's not using any other word. He keep making use of that word, in charge. When I'm in charge, when I'm in charge, when I'm in charge. That's how he
Yes, so I like that word, in charge too.
That word,
thank you, my brother.
Charge. So that means a lot. And he said another thing. A true leader learns from his people. He learned from his people, because he can't know it all. You listen to people, then you learn from them. Then from there you move on. You can't say you know it all. That is what we are facing today in Buhari government. They know it all. They don't want to listen to anybody. They don't interact with people. They don't have a session with people. So they just come out and do whatever they want to do without people attention, without getting to hear from people's side. You just come out, you just boom. And that is what is killing us today. For people to keep making that reference. I want to learn from you. Even the young man, when they ask him question, after this section, I want you to come. If there is any other way, things that you know that I don't know, please, I want you to teach me. That is how a leader speak. So anybody that's waiting for P2B to come back again and begin to grab you from your seat and say, oh yeah, let's go, you're just wasting your time, because P2B have given you all the whole answer. You have been searching for a leader. And P2B today, not only, even since morning, I've been happy because even there is a newspaper that is trending in online. You saw P2B being talked to not only in Nigeria, outside Nigeria. People are talking about him in UK. There's a newspaper carrying about talking about P2B. So many things positive are happening today. I'm begging every Nigeria, because we can't keep praying this prayer we pray every day in Nigeria. Let there be light. I beg NEPA, before I reach house, I beg may NEPA bring light. God, I beg may NEPA bring light. We can't keep praying that prayer because God have answered us for prayer so many times. It's not left for us. Can we implement this prayer that God have answered us? It's only in Nigeria people pray some prayers. You begin to ask yourself, are these people really okay? How can somebody be praying at this modern age? God, I beg, go give us light. I may never bring light. Who prays that kind of prayer? Because God have already given us all those things. That is why we have human beings who are capable to manufacture light, who are capable to give all those things. We can't be praying such prayer. We can't be praying, God, give us a leader. God have already given you a leader. And that leader is P2B. It's not left for you. Can I be able to entrust myself in this leader? Can I be able to do the necessary? The necessary thing you have to do is to vote that person in power. Now, failure to vote P2B in power, you still come back in next 2027 and still asking God again, give us a good leader. Are you crazy? When God have answered your prayer, it's not left for you not to dictate, for you not dictate when God answers your prayer. Sometimes God answers people's prayer, but they won't dictate that God have already answered their prayer. You keep repeating, recycle same prayer you pray every year. When God have given you answer you that prayer. So it's not left for you to identify that prayer. When God answer your prayer, can you be able to identify? So that is when wisdom now apply. So P2B is the answer that Nigeria have been praying. So if we don't take this opportunity, trust me, mark it anywhere. There is no remedy in Nigeria. There is no remedy because the answer is there. So it's not for us to embrace that remedy. That answer is P2B. So many questions have been answered P2B, and he answered it by point by point by point by point. Are you talking about in education? He give you example what I did, and everything P2B keep talking. He keep pointing you back what I did. He keep mentioning you names, as in he giving you facts, not giving you maybe he give you facts. Even when he said I did this, he mentioned the person that I work with that person. So that person is still alive. You can go and answer this person. You talk about in education, he answered you. You talk about in healthcare, he answered you. You talk about the subsidy. He keep telling you all this subsidy of it. P2B was the first person who brought this into Nigeria's attention. That subsidy is corruption. That is crime. And we know that is crime. All this oil shift, all these things, those things are crime. So, and he been telling you all these things from day one, how he's going to deal with it, how he's going to solve it. So insecurity, at least today, people at least give some hint what is going to do in insecurity. At least Nigeria, if you are waiting for people to talk about that, today he have given you a hint what he's going to do when it comes to insecurity. Now look at people, Nigerians that stays in abroad, that works in abroad. Those people are people that is going to come back in Nigeria. What P2B is going to do, look at the P2B appointment when it comes to people that are speaking for P2B, the P2B campaign team. That alone will give you at least a sling of what P2B is going to do when he becomes a president of Nigeria, the team he's bringing. When you look at anybody that comments on television, even people that comes to say they are a group of people endorsing P2B, when they also come to speak about P2B, look at the people those organizations used to present to come and speak on behalf of us. Very intelligent people. They will come and speak about. They will always come to speak about the issue, not about anything. So those alone, those things alone will prove to Nigeria the kind of team. I keep telling you that what will make Peter be exception from every other candidate is the team that he's bringing along. And he's keep telling Nigeria that I don't need the law to be for me to achieve what I want to achieve. I don't need to maybe for Senate, I'll have to wait for Senate to pass a law for me to solve the insecurity in Nigeria. Why we have so many ways to solve the insecurity. While we are waiting for senators, we can still do, we know the necessary things to do while we are waiting for them. So all those things, P2B have answered everybody's question. So many ways. So all I'm just saying in conclusion that we have to embrace this opportunity. We have to, Mama and Papa Pekin, everybody, we have to embrace this opportunity because if we allow this opportunity to pass us by, trust me, we are not getting it again because now getting P2B as a president of Nigeria is the foundation. When I keep using that word, foundation, you are building a foundation, a future of Nigeria. That is the foundation. So any other person that will come in to contest for president or even to contest for councillor, you must be very equipped. You must be very intelligent for you to contest even a councillor. Even that alone, we even move to even to our schools. Look at what PW is talking about schools. In our universities, the first time I arrived in this country, I went to university. That when I went to university, I started asking myself, is this a university or am I in a shopping mall? There is no how you will be in a such class, your brain will not work. There is no how you be in such environment, your brain will not work. Even if your brain is like maybe they infect it with anything, your brain will work by force. So when you give Nigerian students a very comfortable environment for them to learn, they will learn. I remember when we were in ISU, you'll be in ISU, you want to go and learn something. They say you want to go and learn a practical. A practical, you have only one equipment. And people that wants to learn that thing will be about 5,000 people using one equipment. Tell me how are we going to learn that? It's not possible. Then everybody will now collect the result. You go back to your house, you start using your brain to calculate the result. You don't even partake on. So those things are the problem we are having in Nigeria. So, and when people will speak about all those things, it gives me hope. It gives me hope. Not only me, it gives my generation hope because I believe that tomorrow, if I have a children today, I'll be proud. They will be proud. Say, okay, they have a country they can call theirs. But if Nigeria keep moving the way direction we are today, nobody will be proud to call themselves in Nigeria. So all I'm saying that we have to make sure that at the end of the day, we elect people to get your PVC. On that, I know that Nigerians are listening. Like I was listening to Adeba, he said, let APC and PDP keep deceiving themselves, going to higher crowd. Those people they keep her because they are jobless people. You won't see somebody that is busy doing something coming out for rally. You understand? Because they don't keep deceiving themselves. Because on the day of election, those people that are busy doing something will come out to vote for election. So, and another thing again, I want to say here because at my Sanaja Watch, at least you have people that is in P2B team. I want you to speak to them. How they say like AY, they are trying to invite people. P2B have to take all those opportunities, speak to people through his platform. Speaking using those platforms can also make people weak people into your own way. So at least if you can get a way to contact them, let them make sure that they use that platform at least speak to people. We know every opportunity we have, we should make use of it. So if anybody that have their contact should at least inform them. I believe they already been informed, but we have to remind them that when opportunities like that come, we have to take it. Because doing that, we are trying to enlarge ourselves, spread the word so that people can have some followers. So when somebody like that speaks, most people listen to him. So I believe those are another opportunity you can use. So let me you back here. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you
And
very
also,
much.
sorry, before I go, my sympathy goes to people that was killed. What happened in Edo State today? Like I just hear it from you now. So
Yes, it was
my
yesterday, not
sympathy to
today.
them.
Yesterday
Yeah,
evening.
okay, yesterday. So I just send my sympathy to them and let government do the necessary thing to bring those people back to their family. Those are things we are talking about because one word or other, Nigeria will affect you. We keep talking this. If you are doing, concern you. One word or other, it will concern you. There's something that Igbo people used to say when they carry another person dead body, feel like concern me. But when they carry your own or person related to you, you know how painful it is. So one word or other, Nigeria will happen to you. So that is why we are urging everybody. I beg, can we get this thing right before it will be late? So if there's any way we can get this insecurity of a problem, if we can get it fixed, at least they will be safe. Let's be safe first. At least if we can be safe, we cannot be talking about any other thing. We cannot be, running for our life and running for hunger too. So we have to get one done. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we go straight to the next person, which is Alex Edo-Pikin. Alex Edo-Pikin, please talk to us.
Yeah, my people, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I thank God for every one of you, and God bless you for today. First, I have a question. Do we have a train route in Edo that's slick in Delta State?
Yes, we have. We have a train route. The one that was done before that is leading, passing through Edo to Ajakuta Steel. It was an old route that have been now been made straight to, you can take it to the north. It has been open, linked to the north. It's not only Ajakuta Steel anymore. It passes through Igwebe, Uromi, to Warri. Yes.
That's great. At least we have hope now. When Obi comes, I think most of those things, after facing security, is going to be another way of relieving the transportation. My sympathy goes to the family of those who got kidnapped, and hopefully it will go well, that nobody will lose their lives. First, I want to talk about the bad things that I heard in this whole speech. The MPA having an office in London, it was a shocker to me. I never knew that we now have an office in London where we don't have a seaport. This Nigerian system, I don't know. I was really shocked. I was taken aback when I heard that. But in all of this, we have a tag team in Obi and Dati that's giving us the following, or they are bringing this into our lives. First, hope. Then there is vision. They embody humility. There's empathy. There's competence. There's leadership and taking responsibility. So when we see whatever the others are doing or saying, we just have to be happy that we are on the right side. They were able to identify the problems, which most of us already know and some that we don't know. They brought out ideas on how to solve this, and hopefully they are going to take action to make sure Nigeria begins to work again. So you cannot be, I don't know. I'm so happy that when I go to bed, I'm going to have sweet dreams. We've been on this thing. Let's just think back to where we are coming from. This thing was just like a dream some few months back. They were saying we were just 5 in a room. But the way we are moving, it is even more than a tsunami. And it's going to sweep anything that is evil. It's going to sweep through and lead us to the promised land. Oga was talking about, Mr. Agbado, talking about Obi Stingy. I thank God I have somebody who is stingy, that will be able to keep something for me, than to have a thief who is going to steal everything. At least if he keeps something, maybe there is somebody who will be in need of it that will make use of it. But when everything is stolen, you are going to create more anarchy. You're going to create more problems. So I'm so happy that I even have someone who I can identify with, who is stingy, that's able to keep something for somebody to use. My people, I think this is great news. This is good for us. We should take it and do something with it, because they've given us hope. We now know these people have the vision, and we just have to, like he said, he is running for president through us. We are the ones that are running for presidency. So we should do everything within our power, within what's possible, to make sure that this dream comes true. Talk to somebody, preach it. In fact, I say preach the word. Just preach it. Whether they hear or not, preach it. Do your part. Do whatever it takes to make sure that those votes, or those who are still standing on the sideline, join this team. This is a tag team that is going to lead Nigeria to a place that we are going to be proud of. I never thought it's going to happen in our time. To be frank, I already gave up at a certain time. Leftists and the others who grew up in Benin in those days, when I hear him talking about Edo Polo, and when you look at the way we went to school those days, and you see the way Nigeria turned to now, and somebody like Obi now comes up to make us feel, to show us the way that in fact there is hope. We can even surpass what was there before, with all the possibilities that are now available that was not available those days. So I am happy, I'm joyful, I am full with more energy to push harder, to go more, to make more sacrifices in whatever way I can to make this dream come true. That's all I can say for now, and I yield for the others to make their contributions. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And we just go straight to the next person. Chooks, Zimbabwe said, you have Chooks? Yes, Chooks, please talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening, Mr. Leftist. Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, fellow panelists and everybody watching us. Wow, wonderful. Anyway, I want to say special thanks to Mr. Niger Watch for, keeping this very platform, because
Thank you
I
very
know
much.
he had a town hall meeting today, but I've forgotten it. But for the fact that I have subscribe and put notification, that's what sorry, that was what drew my attention. So I'm grateful that you leave this very channel for us to publicly support our nation in every way we can. The town hall meeting was wonderful. I don't even know where to start, because all the questions put forward to him, he just answered it with humility, with confidence, and every other thing you want to associate it with. He say, Mr. Alex, I share your pain, and the pain of Edo people, especially those who was kidnapped yesterday. But I'll tell you something today. Be hopeful, because there's no permanent there's no permanent thing. That there's nothing that stays permanent. It can only take a while. I remember Anambra State was used to be like one of those things. Imagine in a state where they kidnap a governor. But the emergence of Obi in that state has at least put stability, if not for anything. The process of electing who governs Anambra State today is because of his strong decisions he made. That shows Anambra people that if we do the right thing, it can work. Despite the fact that his successor, and this present one is driving in a different direction. So be hopeful. As far as the Edo people has stand out to hold every government accountable, you will get there. I promise you, the next election, anybody coming out to rule Edo State or to govern Edo State will be conscious that there are people who is going to make sure that he don't have it his way, but the way of the people. So on that note, I want to encourage you, keep speaking, because I don't know how many people who spoke out, in Anambra State before we had the change we had. It is not impossible. The same way we are looking forward for Mr. Obi to become the president of Nigeria, it is not impossible. Many people have said it. There's one video I watched, a young man, and I shared it in Niger Watch. Niger Watch platform. The one with WhatsApp. That young man was fighting, calling out Agbado man. They rusticated that young man from school because he was standing on the truth. He said it as he is. And he said one day, the child of a poor man, of nobody, will come out to chase these people away. And when I listen to Obi speak, I'm seeing him as that child of a poor man who has nobody beside him. But truly, he wants to change things in our country. Look at the way both of them answer questions. Look at the way Mr. Dati was interjecting. When he interjects, when he comes to the place, he got so much knowledge, he comes out. And we listen to Obi. He said, any man that claims to know it all is a fool. We can only work together to make things happen. This is why you and I and every other person fighting for a better Nigeria are coming out here, speaking, contributing our own quota. I believe that through this platform, many people who don't believe in Nigeria before have believed. Many people have worked tirelessly to make sure that 2023 becomes Nigerian people's a year. So when he spoke about education, I was very, very happy, because when they start with education, start with health sector. Look at the way he answered the question of people with disability. He said, I myself is disabled. I'm having glass today. I wasn't born with glass. That is a form of disability. I never thought about that. But when he said that, it comes to my brain, yes. If I'm not born with glasses, that glasses is to aid me to see, which means I'm disabled, just like somebody who is partially blind. So let us continue to support this man. Let us continue to make sure that we talk to our people. Let our people go and get their PVCs. Because what he said today, there's nothing to analyze. The message was clear. The message was as clear as ABCD. There's nothing for us to even talk about other than to praise him and make sure that people who's supposed to get this message gets it by us sharing. Let us share. Let us share, because there's a lot of people that need this, especially this particular one. They need it. There are so many people who claim not to be convinced. When a man is saying, when I'm in charge, when I'm in charge, because one of the highest thing that is troubling Nigeria today is nobody is in charge. Nobody. If anybody is in charge today, we can take an example of when Buhari came in 2015. Everywhere was shaking. People thought he was in charge until they discover that he wasn't in charge. Then they let loose. So when he told us, when I'm in charge, I will do something, I believe him. And I hope that every one of us do not stop here. February is not the end of our mission. He said it himself, that we are running through we are running for presidency through him. Yes, we are the president, but we appointed him to go there and represent us. So let us continue. Even when they come on board, let us support him. Let us make sure that all those things he said he's going to do, anywhere there is a stop on it, let us fight for him. Because we will gain nothing if we elected him and these evil men are somewhere trying to bring him down. We haven't succeeded if we allow them to do so. We haven't. Look at the word he said. We will open the business, because this is what they've been doing. They shut down every business, because when they open the business, we will succeed. And when we succeed, we will vote them out. Imagine if everybody has a job that pays him well, that put proper food on their table. Do you think they will leave whatever they're doing to go and stand in the stadium? In fact, we want to end the campaign of people hiring people, being on the street and making noise all over the place. It is not done where I am living today. Where I'm living today, you knock door to door, putting flyers, explaining yourselves. The day the parties, they have their convention, they go to convention, and that's it. The rest will be hearing from them on TV and getting posters from their doors. It is because we are jobless, and that's why they are gathering us and putting us in a stadium and talking nonsense. We need to stop this. A new way for Nigeria is coming, and I believe it. I have no doubt if we do the right thing. We are tired. All Nigerians are tired, both home and abroad. There's no exception. Each and every one of us want a better Nigeria. Please, I want to bring back to the main thing. Let us encourage our people. Please, let us put phone calls, whichever means. There's one that is, people are doing now. Show me your PVC. Challenge. Let us, begin with our families. Show me your PVC. Challenge. It's a real challenge. Because if we ask them to show their PVC, that is when they will, if they have problem of collecting that PVC, that is when they will talk to us and tell us their problems. Some of them are just common transport or a day's job that is stopping them. Please, let us encourage them. It is less than 50 days. It's just days. It's just days. Let us do the right thing. Let us encourage our people, please. 2023 is for us. I have no doubt. As we come closer, I get more confidence. I yield here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Chooks. It would have been the turn off for Omoye's corner, but unfortunately, she complained of her audio technical issue. Very sorry about that. We missed her. So we'll be rounding up, but before we round up, we're going to allow us 2 minutes. But there's going to be an exception to Mr. I because he said he has something he want to say. So he may not be 2 minutes for him, but it's supposed to be 2 minutes for everybody. But Mr. Axe, you say you have something you want to tell us before, so we'll just make yours maybe 4 minutes. Just try and make it very brief because we're going to be running up now.
Okay, thank you, lefties. For the past 5 days, there were a lot of information that was bringing to the platform, and I just want to thank Elvis the way he handled it. But I just want us to remember that the second week that I joined this platform, I did say here that this fight is just the beginning. I did make a reference that by the time we enter December, January, it's going to be harder than what we think about. So all the information they're bringing here is good, but sometimes they bring the information as if Labour Party, they don't know what they are doing. We have a lot of credible people in Labour Party, even in Obi movement, that are doing underground work that we don't know, we don't see. Obi is surrounded with a lot of intelligent people, people that are on the background that you don't even know, you don't even see. There are a lot of retired major generals everywhere. There are a lot of technocrats everywhere. There are a lot of retired politicians. There are a lot of smart people all over the world that is surrounding this young man. So let us not every time Labour Party is not doing anything, Labour Party is not trying, they are not there, they are not there, they are not there. Please, wherever you are, do what you can do and leave the rest for God to do. Let us stop trying to dampen the motivation of some people who don't know the game of politics. We should play this politics with smartness. Can you imagine? Can you tell me anywhere in the world a movement that started about 6 months ago that is in this level of platform that will be movement that is today, and you are not proud of what you have achieved? There are political parties that have existed for more than 60 years that has not come to the level of 6 months of P2P movement. So please, in as much as we welcome every information here in order to make this possible, let us not try to condescend too low, thinking that P2P don't know what he's doing or Labour Party don't know what they are doing. Everything we are talking about, they know. Most of them are politicians. Obi is a politician. Obi was in the system. Donyo Okukpe is a politician of high repute. Is it because he's no more the DG? Doesn't mean that he's no more there. These people are on the background. The endorsement of Obasanjo in public for public world to see. You don't know what the ripple effect that this is happening to other political parties. This is why they're afraid. They are running helter-skelter for what Obasanjo endorsement is. Because Obasanjo has sent notice to the world. Put your eyes on Nigerian election in February. So let us not think that something is not happening. A lot of things is going on the ground. Ask yourself a question. For how many weeks now have you seen Dati Baba Ahmed? If not in Oshiomhole or Ekiti. People have been asking, where is Dati Baba Ahmed? People have been saying, why is it that P2P are not known in the north? P2P are not going to the north. Do you know their political strategy? Let's watch these people. They know what they are doing. Mr. Harun Agoro, who came here to let out of the bag most of the information that we receive here, is enough for you to be encouraged. So many things is happening on the ground. For all these weeks that you have not seen Dati Baba Ahmed, do you know what he's doing in the north? This thing is a distribution of labor, division of labor. Everybody has a part to play somewhere or somewhere. So please, in as much as we welcome every information, like Elvis advice, I agree with that. Don't distract them with violence or with, because every information is vital. As somebody who is in the media, you should be able to open your mind to receive and accept every information. And after then, you can dilute and they can be able to remove the fact from the chaff. you know. So, but let us remember, let us not think as if these people don't know what is. They know what they are doing. Do what, Brother Ike, do what you can do. Lefties, do what you can do. Elvis, do any other person, do what you can do. Those little things we are doing here, can't you see the effect? For us to sacrifice our time to do something else, and we're here talking. There are people are hearing us all over the world. That's why when Elvis says, please share and like. These are the way that people will hear, people will see, people will begin to be understanding what is going on, the politics that is going on. So please, let us encourage ourselves. We are doing the best. 6 months is not 6 years. And look at the level that we are, that all the politicians are struggling. They're struggling for survival. They're struggling for bread. They can't even breathe anymore. When they go to campaign, when they ask them anything, it is about P2B. The manifestos has been thrown into the dustbin. Nobody is talking about manifesto anymore. Nobody is talking about what they're going to do for Nigeria. It is all about P2B and Obasanjo. That has taken the campaign. And some gullible Nigerians are clapping their hands, enjoying it. But listen, please, we are doing our best. Let us encourage ourselves. That's what I want to say, because sometimes they come here, they share information. My uncle, my cousin, all of us have families and friends everywhere in Nigeria, even though we are not there. So please, let us encourage. We are doing our best. And we will continue to do our best until that day of election. So please, be encouraged. Today we are motivated by our principal and his advice for what the town hall meeting. So please, I want us to chill. I want us to continue to be encouraged, do what we are doing, and let us continue to do our best. God is on our side, and the people are moving with us. So we will see the end to it. So that's what I wanted to say by these few days that, you know, I've been following here and there, you know. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for addressing that. I think we also address some of these matters that those days we were talking about. This matter we have truly addressed, but it's okay that you brought it back again for elaborate on it. Thank you very much. We will be calling on Alice. Alice, your 2 minutes start now. Alice. Okay. It looks like Alice is not presently available. Or
I am very available, Mr. Leftis.
Okay, thank you. Your 2 minutes start now.
I catch you. You were on. I owe you for shit. Thank you, Mr. Leftis. Thank you, the previous panelists. Yes, on the peripheral level now, we should not be afraid. We should just continue to do what we are doing. Thank God. There was a prediction here on this platform about 2 years ago during one of our debates into the night that somebody once said a little party was going to take over this country. It was possible. And all of us laughed. And some people particularly attacked that person, that he was thinking from a younger generation perspective. So you can see that things do come up. We used to have people that used to shock us with wrong narratives, you know, and wrong analogies. So thank God Peter Obi has demonstrated to us that we can have responsible leadership. We can have caring leadership. You cannot develop what you don't love, what you don't care for. Love is not all about man and woman. Talking about brotherly love, humanitarian love, Mother Teresa love. Love that will drive people to discover cure for disease for people they don't even know. Love that will drive leaders into the mud to rescue citizens. Love that will make lawmakers reduce their wages and salaries and take home pay just for the sake of the downtrodden and for the common good of the citizens. So Obi is demonstrating a lot with what this man said today. He spoke about education, he spoke about diaspora, he spoke about security, spoke about investment, spoke about a lot of things. There's hope. He is the only beacon of hope right now. Guys, please, let us continue to encourage people to get their PVCs. I have two people on my list already. I told them if they can bring me their PVC this coming week, I have a gift for them because I know that financially, by the grace of God, I'm a bit better than them. Not so much, but with the little I can do, I wish to encourage them. And if they are coming to vote on that day, I'll pay their transport to where they are voting back and forth. So these are the little ways we have to make sure we are involved. Do your bit. Obi is doing his bit. You heard when he told somebody he cannot carry anybody along now who's campaigning like for a governor or for a senator for a under Labour Party. He's also struggling. You see what a humility. He said, "Me, I'm also struggling." None of APC or PDP people will say that. They are so braggadocious. They'll be lying with us, with falsehood, with fallacies. So Obi has shown us that leadership is no rocket science. He made example with Vietnam. He made example with other good countries that were very poor 20 years ago. Singapore. Singapore used to come and borrow money from Obasanjo in the 1970s. Malaysia came to Nigeria to beg to use our palm kernel reserve to learn how to cultivate palm kernel. And today, they shot themselves from the third world countries, among the poorest countries in the world, to the first world countries and second world country, Singapore and Malaysia. So even the Saudis, the princes of Saudi Arabia, used to come to Nigeria in the 70s to come and do medical treatment, medical tourism at Ibadan. So guys, Obi want to bring back the glory days of Nigeria and even improve on it. The only thing we have to do as we have been doing it, let's put more fire. Those state people now are collecting their PVC en masse in thousands, and they're even protesting, trying to shut down government property so that those in authority can know that this is not election as usual. This is taking back your country. And please, when you go to INEC office and they're trying to make sure they stress you, stay there, occupy that place. Yeah, occupy. I'm not asking for violence, but make sure they give you your PVC is your right. Let nobody stop you. So with what Obi have said today, I hope the aspirants, everybody who want to come home, you cannot see light
2 minutes
at the end of the tenure. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Israel.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Leftist. I've got not much to say, and I think Obi has said it all. He has given you the roadmap of a structured system that will be just for you and I. It has set the pace for other Nigerians who are going to emulate his movement to try and make sure that you bring something on the table and make sure that you have the people moving as well with you. And if you replicate that to the first video we ever played before, you see that it's a two different ball game. You have issue-based politicians that are thinking about the lives of the people and the welfare of the people, rather than someone talking about something that he does not even understand when he was being given a script to read from, talking to Nigerians. And these are the people who they tell you that their party were built on structures. You cannot see that the structure has been built on nepotism, oligarchy. Now we get down. We are always going to eat. And if you look at the kind of people who are around him, they are just people who the economy will not even have a hope for. Neither the citizen. The economy itself will not have a hope for these people standing there, not to talk about the citizens themselves. So Obi has given the citizens, the Nigerian citizen, a hope of a better change, a change that will come in drastically. And you saw what Baba Ahmedati said. He said they are going to come out the way it's going to be. It's going to be under a kind of a revolution, which means it is going to be bumper to bumper. And I hope that this thing, if it actually enter the system like Nigeria, we should be seeing the light in the tunnel. And I want to appeal to every Nigerian, whether you are still standing on the fence, the life of the citizens that are being taken hostage are in your hands. If you actually love Nigerians so much, let us deliver these people. Let us give them freedom. Let us bring back their hope. Let us bring back the economy. Let us bring back the change that we all are yelling for. Let us vote to do that. And 2023, this year, we shall be celebrating of a new Nigeria with different people, with different tribes from all geopolitical zones, having that goal to say enough is enough for these oligarchs, and we'll take back our country and deliver the dividends of democracy for all Nigerians. Thank you again for having me. May God bless you all. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Hello, Mr. Collins. Is Collins there?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm
All
here.
right, 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for the last speaker, and thank you, Mr. Alex. I think you guys, I mean, your voice look familiar and similar. You understand? And I like the way you guys talk. It makes me feel more better. And also, Brutus, I really agree to you. Our father was the first person that speaks when it comes to this second round. I think he made a very good point. I keep using this in that sometimes we don't need to pay attention to some all these distractions because I see it's a distraction. If what we are doing is not paying off, why APC and PDP are stressing themselves? The reason why they keep stressing themselves because what we are doing is paying off. So sometimes they bring out all these distraction. Obi is not doing this, Obi is not doing this. Those are distraction. I don't listen to it. Rhetoric, I don't listen to all those crap because P2B movement is going from as in if anybody that keep deceiving himself that P2B is not going to the north, that person is deceiving themselves. P2B is not going to win in the north. We are not saying he's going to win, but that 25% is going to get it in the north, and people are ready to give him that 25%. So if you think that data made is not doing well, people are wasting data. Look at the way P2B campaign is moving. They want to get to the north at the ending of the campaign so that time the brain, those things will still remain in their brain. They will still have it in their brain that okay, they just finished P2B campaign. That is why they left north at the ending of the campaign because they have that strategy, how they are moving it. Now they are in the southwest now. Look at how that campaign is moving. They draft everything. These people that are working with plan, they organize everything. They are not there to joke. So if anybody keep deceiving themselves that what P2B movement is doing, they are lying to themselves. Even look at when Obasanjo endorsed P2B, it makes people as in sit up, as in get up from their seat. If it makes APC and PDP to work more harder, and Obi that movement is moving as in moving more than we expected. People are now look at now, Mr. The last person that just speak before me. He's now investing his money to make sure he achieve a good thing for Nigeria. This is the first time this like this are happening. All of us are here have made one or two sacrifice to make sure that we get Nigeria working. So do you think that all these things we are doing is just we just want to come here to talk? Nobody's here coming here to talk. So because we are trying to do best to make sure that everything we are doing, because when we sacrifice, the Bible says when we sacrifice, the Bible now doesn't forget all your sacrifice. God must always reward you. Once you made that sacrifice, God is going to reward. And Nigeria are making that sacrifice. And that sacrifice you are seeing is paying off. Now, another thing again, that people, when people talk about port authorities, if you go Twitter now, people have started, because most Nigerians don't know about it. Now, people have started to find out that, oh, how they have it. Even people now started to post the address where those offices are being located and where those guest houses are being located because people we talked about it. So people we talked about the port authority. Then say you have to look at the one in Port Harcourt is not working, the one in Warri is not working, the one in Calabar is not working. Everybody have to go Lagos. Must we go to Lagos? So when all those things are being dualized, do you know that it's going to make Nigeria work? It's going to speed some people up. Business will open, people will get work. A lot of things will change. We don't need to imagine Nigeria only one place. Everybody have to go Lagos for you to clear your boat. Even there are so many ways. There's cargo people can use. You can use cargo through ship. You don't need to use all these trader carrying cargo going along the road. You can move it through ship. People that's coming to Onitsha can move through Onitsha River. But we want everything on the road. So I think what P2B said this night, really, really, I'm really happy with everything that happened to this night. I'm just keep encouraging my fellow citizens. Let's make sure that, because manna is not falling from heaven, God is not coming from heaven to elect a president for you. You are going to be the one to do it for yourself. So how can you do it by yourself? By letting people come out that day, get your PVC. I always encourage Nigeria because they are doing well. When Macron is saying you are doing well, Nigerians are doing well. When it comes to this movement, they are doing well. They are sacrificing their time and energy. So let them keep it up. Thank you so much for having me. And good night to everybody. I have to
Thank you
start
very
going
much.
to work now.
We'll
Yeah.
just
Thank you
call
so much.
on
Yeah.
Alex Edo Pikin. Please use your 2 minutes. We're rounding up.
Okay, I just came in briefly again to say good night to you, to everyone.
Thank you.
My people, I beg, we did the right side of history, and God don't say we don't suffer too much, whether we did Nigeria or you did abroad, we're all suffering, you know. So, and He don't come give us hope. So that hope now we hold on to now. So we hold on to that hope, and we come be say we get vision to lead us to the promised land. Like I said before, we have to work harder in our own little way. If you're in a group, you do that. On your own, you put this effort. We are getting there. Those who are saying the one thing you should know, these guys that are always talking about Obi, do you know that they are having sleepless nights? Even the what's it called? The media, they are confused. The way they started the narrative has changed. They are all getting obedient, and they will all get obedient. So we should know that we are winning. We are on the winning side. Distractions are going to come. Don't ever expect it to be easy, but hold on to what you have and build on it. Don't say we have no. People will keep saying Obi is not known here, it's not known there. My brother, my people, Obi is known all over. The Obi is known. In the core north, he is known. They're just trying to put this to I don't know, kind of have a little defense, but they don't have anything in. God is just going like a tsunami and is breaking through boundaries, and we are moving. So please keep the heat on and pray and walk and have faith, and we'll get there. So I thank you all for this strength and this togetherness that we have here to rescue Nigeria, and that we are all working together. So I'm very, very happy to be part of this family. So once more, thank you and God bless you all.
Yes, thank you, everybody. I think that's the last person we have now. Yes, Connor is not there. But it's a pity. And Barrio Sade Bane couldn't also speak. Maybe technical issue. I want to say thank you to all the people that came today on the panel. Mr. Ike, Mr. Alice, Machiavelli, Barry, though he didn't speak, Mr. Collins, Mr. Alex Edu Pikin, Chooks, and Madam Omoyes Connor. I want to say thank you to you all for joining us on this Sunday broadcast. And again, I want to say thank you to people that super chatted us. Oga Grant started it, followed by Charles, followed by Joel, then followed by Tracy, Jack Kopi. That name, that foreign name. Then followed by E. Okori. And finally, for today, Freedom Simple. We'll say thank you very much. We didn't have callers today. It's okay. Every day is not Christmas. And for everybody on the comment section, we want to say thank you very much for being with us all the way up to now. God bless you all. And for those that have been following us, watching us, just press the like button, share, just like the video. Thank you very much for being there and watching. And before I go, I want to encourage some of the people that we've not been seeing for a while now. If you are watching us, please come back. We are missing you all. I noticed one particular person, the person of Catfish Ephraim. I've not been seeing her for a while. This is New Year. Mother, Happy New Year if you did listen to us. So we did miss you, make you come back to us. And for a lot of people, I've not been hearing from them, I've not been seeing them. Please join us because the more the merrier. We not get where would they go. Only one person, not fit one. We need everybody on board. So on that, I want to say good evening once more.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, my brother Leftist. Thank you so much, every one of you, for your time with us today. We appreciate you all. Yes, 4 hours, 18 minutes, still counting. We want to say thank you. Without you guys, we cannot do this. We are getting close. We are getting very, very close to victory by the special grace of Almighty God. With all our collective effort, we'll all come back here to celebrate 25th of February 2023 by God's grace. Thank you very much, my people. Help us to share this broadcast and like. For those of you that are going to be playing back this video later on, endeavor to like and share our videos. We are here every day. News review in the morning, 10 a.m. Monday to Friday, while evening show like this, 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 p.m. But Friday is special because it's a debate. I appreciate every one of you. We're going to say have a lovely and a wonderful...
So, before we go, sir, there's this person that just joined us today, Alice Edam.
Alice.
She says it's her first time today. So we want to welcome. You should have told us since I've been like following your comments just of recent now. But this one just caught my interest that this is your first time, and this is very good. Welcome. We really thank you for joining us for the first time. I hope you will continue to join us. There is we have the WhatsApp platform. You can also join the WhatsApp platform, being the family. And that is there you see everything. We communicate within ourselves on the platform. We discuss just the way we broadcast here. So that is the WhatsApp number. You can send message to the WhatsApp number to say, this is you. Will you be added? That is just the WhatsApp number.
Exactly.
That's how we roll. Thank you very much, Alice Eden.
Alice.
Thank you.
Alice, thank you. God bless you. We're very happy to have you here. Please join us for us to have togetherness, energy to fight and have our country back from this satanic government, satanic APC and PDP. Yes, it's a collective effort. We appreciate you. Thank you. I'll say have a good night, everybody, and God will bless you now. Bye for now.